way.
Yeah, basically. It's like, I'm just gonna give myself even more anxiety. Okay?
I think the issue, honestly, like, one way they could probably fix this for a lot of the tank stores in this game, one, spawn a lot more of the light vehicles, honestly. Like, the MBTs, they're fucking broken and bullshit. If they would just, spawn more things like, light tanks, like, despite their nonsense, M8 Thunderbolts are at least, thin-skinned. Most things can kill them unless, you get like that really weird angled shot that, bounces for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
If you had that, the DPS, which, that's what tank destroyers are really, they'd have a lot more, fun being able to actually shoot things. Also, if not all the maps were so tightly restricted, and also the fear of, because I think they did this again, enemies spawning behind you.
Yeah, honestly, bot behavior took 2 steps backwards the moment my.com took control of this shit. It was getting better, and then they just kind of went back to vanilla Armored Warfare. They went backwards.
Yeah, not even the good backwards, because Obsidian fixed the bot thing a while ago.
Yeah,
like during one of the updates when they were still.
My quest for fun in the Sprint is ending now because I'm playing the fucking Abrams, which is another vehicle that's basically kind of the same deal in terms of not having armor, but at least I have 12 missiles. Yeah. And I've yet to see actually another one running around in the wild too, which is kind of funny. There must be less than 100 people who have this on the server or actually actively play. I've never seen any. I've never ever seen another one of these running around.
What if you're the only one?
That would be actually amazing. That would be hilarious.
Like, I won't lie, Fonto. I know you worked really hard for that Macross Abrams. If they put that on sale, I'm buying that thing in a heartbeat because I want one.
Yeah,
and
honestly,
due to reasons I was unable to get one.
Honestly, if they do, but it's a tier 9. Are they actually? No, they sell the Centauro.
No. Here's the thing. No, they buffed the Centauro to be a tier 9. They said they're no longer selling. They said they're not going to sell tier 9s. The highest they'll sell is tier 8. But the Centauro is a special case because again it was a tier 7 or tier 8 when it was originally for sale.
But they sold. But they haven't they sold it at one point again?
No, I don't think they ever resold it. Maybe maybe a Christmas thing, but I don't remember all the vehicles.
Exclusive vehicle doesn't really mean much to these people anymore. But but you see, that's the thing. If it was for a reasonable price, I'd say go for it because it's an entertaining vehicle, and honestly, like half the fun is that you never fucking see them, so you're the only one who's fucking got the damn thing. But the other half of it, yeah, you do have 12 missiles, and they did buff it to make it a whole lot more comfortable. Like I said, the dead zone used to be 100 meters, which was like, holy fucking shit, you can't use this anywhere. But now it's 70 meters, so it's entertaining. It's still usable, it's more comfortable, the rate of fire, the HE is fucking worthless. APS!
I forgot something. Guess what the biggest weakness to the T-15 heavy IFV is?
What?
Missiles. Because your like engine deck, that's sheet metal. Missiles go through that no problem.
Yeah, that. You fire HE at that, and it just kind of like damages the engine and potentially sets you on fire. There we go. Yep. There's the magic pixel. There we go. The Sprut. I don't need the Sprut. The Sprut can just stop existing. The Sprut did not win the Fonto Bowl.
It won the Katusha Bowl, if that means anything to anyone. I like it. But I'm also a sucker for the BMP-3M, and I don't run it with the ERA kit because it looks better without it.
Come on, folks, give us more waifus to talk about. I can't think of any more.
Does anybody else in the chat have anything else to say, or are you all just sitting here watching me? Or just a lot of people, they don't even watch me; they just turn me on and listen to me talk.
You have a very nice voice. You have a voice that, again, if you ever need more money, I say try and do work with audiobooks.
Wow.
You can again as we discussed.
The only problem which is, of course, the dyslexia.
Well, that's again. I have multiple takes there.
Yeah, that's the beauty of multiple takes. But yeah, no, again, I think you said before, you can sell shit really well.
That's fun. It's funny that people actually like. I say that just because sometimes I want to feel like that. I say that mostly to myself because I know I can do these sorts of things. It's quite nice to hear other people actually agree with me, though.
Yes.
again, now granted, Cervantes and Vasco Distia, you know, sold that idea also in addition with that, but you sold me on the Chronica.
Because I knew how I had to talk about it. I knew that it was a good game and it could you could do things with it, but you had to talk about it in a way that wasn't gonna make people fucking like jerk their knees up into the ceiling.
That's true. Well, then again, I also want to play the tactical waifu tabletop game that someone made, because that just sounds silly.
Then of course there's always Psychic Wars.
One day, Martin. One day.
One day.
Wow, missile spam.
Clone Fonto. What do you mean by clone? Would I fuck my own clone? Is that what you're asking?
I don't think you're that narcissistic, but
Yeah, I got called a narcissist by somebody I hate, but you know what? I don't think I'm that narcissistic. It would depend. It would depend on a lot of factors, I think.
Now, wait a minute. Gender bent Fonto.
Oh. Depends, really.
That's a little different. Would you fuck yourself as a girl?
So what I'm hearing is what's her face?
Oreo.
The Haruhi Suzumiya fanbase brings that up a lot with the whole gender bent version of the characters.
Right.
See, Fonto, I wasn't even talking about Oreo. I was talking about someone else from a certain story you told.
Who? Oh, right.
Can't remember. I'm drawing a blank on the name.
Ah,
It was a car
right.
name, right? It was a car name.
No, it wasn't.
Was it Mercedes?
No, you mook. Esmeralda.
Look, I remember a lot. Look, I remember a lot of your story times. I remember the Red Man. I'll take my. I'm
actually, you know, I was sort of entertained by that idea, but I keep forgetting it because honestly, nobody else was, or like nobody else really had any comments to say about it. So it's nice that people actually, you know, remember this kind of thing. But yes, Esmeralda. Well, depends on how much you like Tomoko in that regard, I suppose.
I like Tomoko. I'm fine with this.
Probably like her.
I'd waifu as well. Esmeralda also sounds like one of those names. Like, yeah, I'd name someone else Esmeralda.
Yeah, she hates the name too.
That's because you would go out of your way to spite your child, Chris.
No, I named my I done ironically named my child Katusha because I fucking love that name. It sounds fun.
It's not that bad of a name. You could pick worse.
Yeah.
Horst Wessel the second.
That's not a girl's
be awkward
name.
to explain in school, especially to your history teacher, who would probably be the only one who would understand what it means.
Who knows? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I knew some pretty chill history professors that found, you know, jokes like that funny. I mean, my Japanese teacher found it funny that, like, after class every day, I'd ask him, you know, what does this word mean? And, you know, 9 out of 10 times it was either something that the Japanese Navy called one of their ships or, you know, a plane. Which, fun fact, the AM...
God damn it, right over the top.
What is it? The Zero. Yeah, the Zero is called the Raisen. Yeah, the A6N is called the Raisen. That means, cold spring, essentially.
Right.
Cold spring.
Or something like that. There's multiple meanings of that word, so it was a bit hard to...
Wait, which A6M?
The Raisen.
Oh, well, okay, number designation. Which one?
I don't know. It was just the
Disney
Raisen.
princess. Thanks, Fridge. Thanks, Fridge.
Wait, what's this about Disney princess? Fonto's Disney princess?
That I'm trying to imagine articulate. I think you see, that's the thing really. Just trying to imagine how that character would how that character would go about life, and you know, that's kind of the thing. It's kind of what I made her for. I wanted to look at myself in the third person and just try to figure out exactly, okay, who the fuck am I? What am I doing here? What do I actually like? What do I actually want? What makes fucking sense? And well, the only thing I found out was I hated people a lot, and it wasn't going away, even no matter how much I like tried to like say, oh, but I'm gonna be a good person and let it go. It didn't go away. But
Corporal Tommy, to answer your question, I like the designs. I like Andau for her design because I know fuck all about her character because I haven't gotten a chance to watch the new movie yet.
None of the fuck.
what?
Apparently they added something new to the T-15 that I haven't researched.
What?
And enhanced driver reduces aim time by 10. Oh yeah, they got rid of. Oh, they switched out all the reload buff modules that go on that come box standard and researchable on the T-15 and all those vehicles, and switch
And
them
then
out
I
with aim
got
time
gold
things.
Battlefield Glory boosts. Amazing.
Nice. That reminds me now, Fonto. I got another waifu question for you.
Okay, what?
Dorothy.
From Big O?
Valhalla.
Overflow
Yeah.
her buffers, goon.
Yeah, overflow her buffers.
So wait, Dorothy, you were talking about Dorothy from Big O, right? Right?
No.
Valhalla.
No, Valhalla.
You gotta show me a picture.
Oh, okay.
Stand by.
This is the only picture I got on hand.
Oh, that Dorothy! Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, the robot waifu.
Yeah,
Yeah,
also,
the sex worker.
oh, thanks. Also, we gotta play Valhalla at some point. I think I might do that on the stream.
I will.
And there might be alcohol involved on all accounts.
There. I'm just saying.
Yeah, am I gonna be playing bartender? That sounds good.
I'm just saying this. I know somewhere, and internet, please help me out here. There were bars in Japan that, to celebrate the release of Valhalla for, like, think
Vita.
PS Vita. Yeah, there were Valhalla themed drinks at bars in I want to say Akihabara in Japan.
Martin, yes.
I tried to
Martin
find
always,
one.
yes.
I tried to find one. I couldn't find one. Someone needs to find me those drink recipes. I want to make a sugar rush. There's probably no alcohol in it, but I want to make a sugar rush.
Now we
Actually, hang on a second.
marching down the road here. My God, I want to make lots of free XP really quickly.
Do you have any more boosters, like the emblem insignia things on the?
I do, but they're not working. They're not enough.
I mean, hey, look, you have another grind fest.
Oh my God, no! I don't think oh, good Lord! I think I do. Oh.
It's not worth it, but on the other hand, you want that blue camo.
I do want that blue camo.
I want that snakeskin camo because holy shit, the snakeskin camos are nice.
My favorite Widowmaker aircraft. First thing that comes to mind is the Wyvern.
Wyvern.
Wyvern, right? I say Wyvern, but whatever. Just because it's.
Wait, was that a Widowmaker?
Yeah, they like the pilots. It had a whatchamacallit. It had a reputation as a pilot killer, and the engine would also flame out if you looked at a rainstorm. Funny.
Oh yeah, that yeah.
Haha! Turboprop.
What about California Lawn Dart?
California Lawn Dart.
Don't bully the.
I will bully American Harrier Chan.
Oh.
I'm a Yak 30. My spirit plane is in fact a Yak 38, and it's also funny because that's also in Air Force Delta Strike, which is going to be funny.
Oh shit, is it?
Yeah, it is.
There's one guy whose entire jam is VTOL aircraft, and it's incredibly hard to control, but you can actually do VTOL. You can hover.
Martin, that reminds me. We need to tell him about the adventures of Sergei and Vasily.
Oh my fucking gourd. Gourd, Jesus, Lyle. So yeah, Sergei and Vasily went into Bolivia. They went to Bolivia to overthrow the drug cartels and instate a communist government.
Mm-hmm. Is this the mission they were before?
Yes!
It's the mission they were on before, but that they're gonna make casual reference to in that comedy series we talked about?
Of course.
Maybe. There's a time I beat.
We got a fucking Vosh set up in Wildlands.
A Vosh and a servant. I got bored. I made a servant loadout, which was just Jesus fuck. How land warrior can I get?
Exactly.
And the answer was yes. Like there's VR goggles as a clothing item, and
And there's also VR goggles with googly eyes.
I have those too. Oh.
Removing. Oh.
Which actually reminds me, I'm considering for the next, if LP wins for the next Servan vote.
Fire!
Yes. I'm considering saying, hey, let's do fucking Wildlands.
Wildlands. Oh God.
Well,
Actually, to be honest, I don't think
I know you did Wildlands.
we started to do Wildlands, but there are a lot of other complications came up, and it looks like we're never going back to it. So it's honestly on the table.
I'm just saying, if you do it with if you have 2 people who will help you recreate hilarious scenes in movies.
Yeah,
There's.
Me and Katusha, we have fun. We like to have fun with fun.
We unintentionally recreated the opening scene from Dark Knight.
Crashing planes. Oh God.
Actually,
Dark Knight Rises. Yes. Oh, okay.
Here's the thing, though. The plane did in fact crash, but there were survivors.
God, you fucked it up.
Well, no. Well, not really, because after that, the guy we had to capture and hold. I fucked up somehow.
Wow,
and,
1,000 heat memes.
Sarabashiku. Anyway, but essentially the guy we were trying to kidnap and interrogate, he stole a helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
And because he ran just fast enough for me to not stop him from getting in the helicopter, and I had to shoot down the helicopter with my 45, and he died. So a plane did in fact, an aircraft did in fact crash with no survivors.
It won.
But,
leap damage rolls.
But
max damage.
Yeah, no. What was it? Yeah, me, Martin, and a friend of ours, Yish, who I think is who's on the server. We were capturing this guy, and me and Martin always had the fun of kidnap the guy, take him on a free plane ride for a little bit, then we interrogate him.
God damn it, Kagura, you made that missile go wide.
My bad.
Wire guidance.
Yeah. But what was it? Yeah. Martin and Yish got the guy and brought him over to me in a plane, and I was just standing there dressed as a CIA guy. Telling them how, okay, I'll just call. We made the Dark Knight. Yeah, we threw him on board, and I called it in, and then we made sure that the flight plan for Langley only said I could have X amount of people.
Yeah, we like to have fun.
We do it. We literally just dress up as operators from X time and do silly things.
Yeah, because I have a as best as I could Vietnam kit. Because you get the M1 helmets with the Mitchell covers as an item in the game, but you have to buy it.
Yeah, it's such a fun game, but the fact that all the funny clothing items are microtransactions.
It absolutely sucks.
That's how they get you, though.
It is.
I've spent way too much money on
Right. Well, I suppose it's on the table, and if it does win the vote, well, I'm gonna be playing it, so that's another thing to consider, I suppose.
So I need to channel my Donald Trump powers again and win the vote, even though it was a joke vote, and I didn't think I'd actually win.
Honestly, I think EDF was gonna, as soon as someone suggested it, was probably going to win, because that just seems like people have been. That's just a game that people want to see me play.
Inferno Raider was funny.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you did the meme video, then never did anything again regarding EDF.
Because
you teased us, dude.
when the fuck was that? When did that video come out? Because I could think
I have no idea.
Give me a second.
Because I think I could probably pinpoint exactly what the fuck was going on that would cause some of the issues.
Inferno Raider is July 30th, 2016.
Oh.
Hey.
You see.
Martin, by the way, check mod chat.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah,
yes or no on shooting.
I'm calling it. That one's lolly.
Okay.
What?
Something about shooting Doji and
Now you see, that's a good. You see, July 2016.
July 30th.
Well,
oh, my bad. Yeah. Either way, my bad. Yeah.
July. Yeah. That's dead smack in the middle of the point where Alice and me stopped talking to each other. So I was actually doing that just to get myself to do things that weren't screaming at her. I survived 2 months of that, and that was pretty much basically right smack in the middle of it. So, yeah, that's probably why. Sorry about that, folks. It's nice that you remember these sorts of things, all of you, that you know you laugh and you enjoy about it. But yeah, that was not a good time. That was actually a terrible time. But it's also in that time I actually turned to Let's Plays as a form of just trying to vent my anger and just say I'm gonna go do something productive. And I'm like, and that's the point where I got angry enough. I realized I can do fucking Let's Plays. I can do this. I probably won't be the most amazing person in the world, but you know what? I probably might make some quality content, and people might like me, and I might make some money off of it. And then that started to develop as I went, I suppose, and I decided, you know what? Yeah, I did want to do this. This could be something I could do. Yes, I could get to anime like this. So yeah. So a lot happened in about end of June, all the way up to I want to say September. So, yeah, that's probably why I didn't do that. But I accomplished a lot in those couple of months. Writing, art, just... I played the World of Tanks sandbox for a fucking month straight. I think God might have smiled upon me there because they made World of Tanks a game that I actually liked for a month. It's just like, this is only going to happen once, kid. Here you go. You're having a shit time. Here you go. So I got to play the mouse, and I got to be a Death Fortress. I got to do HE brawls in the open with a mouse. Never gonna see it again. Never gonna see it again.
Yeah.
I got what you see. That's kind of why I say I get exactly what I need when I need it. Not a second too late. Not a second too early. Huh.
Okay, Once Upon a Band. Speaking of which, what would happen if a community vote went overwhelmingly to a game you hate?
It would have to depend on which game it is.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Thanks, Fridge.
Hey, quickly, someone check this for me. Is Everlasting Summer banned on Twitch?
I mean,
If there are no nudes, most likely.
Well, I say in order to get the news, you need to get the patch anyway. So it's
probably
it'd be safe.
Probably not, but yeah, thanks, Fridge. It's nice to hear that people actually think I'm interesting. I just kind of, honestly, I feel like I talk too much about my problems in these kinds of respects. But I feel like I don't know. Maybe I'll say something valuable as I try to mentally work through exactly how I get the fuck over these things. Maybe I help myself. Maybe I help somebody else.
Question, Fonto, on a dead Macross Abrams, where is the APS? Is it the thing on the back?
I don't fucking know. Like, that's a radar dish on the back of the turret, and then there's
I think that's the radar dish.
That's supposed to be deployed, actually. I don't know why it's not.
Bradley's
I have
with one.
I have absolutely no idea where the APS on this fucking thing actually is. Because it doesn't look like there actually is an APS. Maybe it's the, you know what it is? It's, you know, the, whatchamacallit, it's the lamp on the front of the turret, because I think the Bradley has a similar thing. I don't know what that is, though. The Bradley has a similar setup.
Is that a disco ball? I'm trying to think, because, like, the only, because the Bradley, it used to have a hard kill, but they gave it a soft kill now, I think.
Yeah, the Bradley has an APS that just kind of sticks like a lamp on the turret.
I'm trying to think if that's a disco ball or if that's a no way, it can't be disco ball, because disco ball is only meant for like laser guided ATGMs, I think.
What would be my dream tank game? A tank game where I could actually play. Honestly, if I think about it really hard, I want to play something that's a little bit more legitimate for like, just for armored vehicles, so I feel like I get the heroism on it. But honestly, what I would probably wind up playing is a tank game where it's modern vehicles and everything's fine, but it's just kind of a skin, and underneath it, all the tanks are basically fucking bolos, but they're just like hidden inside and it turns into Panzerfront basically.
Ace Combat with tanks.
Yes, Ace Combat with tanks.
I honestly think you're gonna enjoy. You would enjoy Red Orchestra style tanks.
I do enjoy Red Orchestra style tanks. It's just that it's so fucking clunky half the fucking time.
And also the commanders can't see shit.
Well, if you're the Russian one, anyway.
Even with the Germans, though, the Cupola is not that great. Like, it's better than the Russian thing with the, the periscope.
The slit.
Yeah.
It would have to, like, I'd play it, like, it really depends on exactly what kind of game it is. Because a racing game, I'm not necessarily a giant fan of racing games, but it's like, I hope you didn't expect me to play it well, because I probably won't. It's more of it's like to a game I'm trying to think of a game that I actually fucking, like, despise. Like, a game that I absolutely detest to the point of you know, honestly, I'm gonna have to say, War Game. I do not like playing War Game. I like the concept of the game. I like what it is, but European Escalation was fine, but playing Red Dragon's campaign was an exercise in frustration.
Oh, Martin, help the way motion gun is offline.
And also, I kind of feel like the same way towards Steel Division. Really, because I started playing that a lot to figure it out, and then the campaign is just like 11 layers of bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it just, you know, War Game, but World War II?
Yeah. But there are significant improvements between War Game and Steel Division.
Like Tiger 2's running to literal rifle squads?
And also
that video is just hilarious.
And also playing Red Dragon, blue screening my computer, meaning that I would lose hours of footage, is also a limiting factor. But that's a technical thing. It's like if that came up, I would have to say no because I couldn't actually record the damn game. But it's gotta be.
Well,
I think the underlying question is that would I veto a game on a vote? And I'd say yes, but it'd have to be a really specific circumstance. And I'd like to think I'd give a good reason for it. But
Yeah,
would I
like,
veto
would
a vote? Yes, and I would just say revote it. It wouldn't stop anything. It would just say pick another one.
No, what I was gonna say is, if anything, when building the vote, if you know you're not going to be able to like this, if you know you're not going to be able to play this game or whatever circumstances, you could just say fuck it and don't include it in the vote.
Yeah, I would explain why. It wouldn't even get to the vote. It would say it would get to the nomination phase, and it's like I would consider it. Or even somebody would mention it in the nomination phase, and I would say yes or no if it was really that bad. So yeah, it would make the nominate. We'd do the vote, and then we'd have the nomination stage, and then we'd analyze exactly what it was, and then I'd clear it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I think the underlying question there is, would I veto a vote that a game that you guys voted for that I didn't necessarily like or actually absolutely hated? It would be yes if it fit my criteria. However, there's a lot of things in place that I would stop. I would put to stop that from even really getting to the point where you all vote for this one game and I decide no all of a sudden to disappoint each other. I'd disappoint people. I'd say no at the beginning.
So I'm hearing is no Metal Gear Survive expansion DLC.
The rest, you know what? I probably would, but the main thing with Survive is I have a bunch of other shit to do right now, and really the game is actually, once you finish the campaign, there's really nothing to do but play the co-op or just kind of wait around managing stuff until they maybe they'll do DLC, but really in the meantime it's just kind of being repeatedly paraded in front of things that you can spend money on in the hopes that you'll buy something.
Yeah.
It's really it's a vehicle for microtransactions at this point. The campaign was fun, but the campaign's over. And the only thing left to do is basically do stuff that revolves around the worst part of the game, which is the fucking base building and inventory management. Because, oh, good lord, I don't want to go near it.
Yeah, because because I'll play this as a counter argument because, you know, in all fairness, because Haruka kept pointing this out to me at some point. Also, I think he pointed out near the end of the stream how apparently, yes, there is some end game content, but it's like 2 boss fights.
Yeah, it's 2 boss fights Also, I was thinking something. If I killed the Lord of Dust, how are any of the Wanderers still alive now? And also, in addition, you brought up a good point, Kagura, after we stopped streaming. Not just Seth, not just Raging Cock dying. What about all the Wanderers that I killed? How did the concept of death not get across to the Lord of Dust? I was killing well before Seth showed up. So, what happened here?
I don't know.
Honestly,
is bloody silly.
It is silly.
Yeah, it is.
It's a bad. It's not a well thought out fucking game. But it's probably not on the developers for being incompetent. It's just that Konami just didn't give them enough time, and they just had to write a bunch of first ideas off. It's a game that's a first draft in a lot of cases where they just had a bunch of ideas. They had no time to sit and refine it. Because, well, look at what happened with Kojima. The main reason why he got fired was because Konami had it up with him and him taking too long and spending way too much money.
Yeah.
That's the last thing they let the remaining dev team actually do. So, yeah, it's a game that just kind of shot itself in the foot.
Yeah.
Well, no, well, it's not really murder, WEJ. It's the concept of death, the pure concept of dying, of ceasing all biological function. That went right over that fucking challenger's head.
Which even then that makes no sense in a sense of what's it called? Like, I don't know if it's physics or like just like this properties of matter. If I take something like my phone, for example, something that doesn't understand death because it is a machine.
I may die here.
Ow! I didn't do enough damage.
Well.
No, even then, anything like okay,
I've heard of Alpha Protocol Fridge.
You could take some random fucking person who's never heard of death, just for whatever extreme circumstances.
He
doesn't understand the concept of death, and you put a bullet in his soul. He's still gonna fucking die.
That's the point.
That's because it's biological. That's the thing, though. But like again, inanimate material, right? Again, like a phone, for example. It's a matter of like, okay, say somehow the phone could does understand the concept of death. It's a matter like, or it doesn't understand it, and we'll come back together. It's a matter of quite literally matter. If you break something down, under very few circumstances should it be able to come back together.
Yeah, that's another thing as well. That's the whole kind of it's not necessarily like the concept of it's a weird how they kind of try to phrase it. It's just the knowledge of death. It's not anything like that's what makes the ending more absurd. It doesn't do anything. It's like it tells them what death is. It's the knowledge of dying. It doesn't change much because everyone here had the concept of dying explained to them. You didn't immediately die. They didn't really change anything. And also, explaining the concept of death to an artificial, like, explaining it the concept, like, say your phone could, like, comprehend a question. Or it really couldn't. Right. You could explain what dying is to Siri. But that doesn't mean... Yeah, you could say that, like, but the battery runs out on a phone, and then it just dies. It won't even have a chance to comprehend death. It'll just be dead. That's how a machine comprehends death. It doesn't. It just dies. So, it's all completely ridiculous. So, it's a really, really terrible plotline, and it shows that it was just kind of written down, maybe, at some point, and they didn't have enough time, or they didn't have enough ideas to really, or maybe didn't have the seniority to change it. So, they just kind of had to throw it in there. And it makes no sense, it's dumb, it's stupid, and it basically drags the entire game down from a kind of cheeky, campy B-movie to, oh, you're trying to be serious. What the fuck?
I just want to say, hang on a second, let's get the definitive answer from the horse's mouth.
What?
Hey Siri, what is death?
Looking, okay. I found this on the web for the definite answer from the horse's mouth. Hey,
God damn it.
It took no, not that, Siri! Try it again.
Run it again.
Hey Siri, what is death?
Looking, okay. I found this.
Death, permanent cessation of vital functions. Death is it's the Wikipedia definition of death.
It's the definition.
That's what fucking Virgil basically gave the Lord of Dust, the Wikipedia page on death.
That's it. Nah, since the nanomachines took over, the internet was destroyed, right?
Possibly.
Virgil had a copy left of the Wikipedia article for what is death.
Of the whole internet, of the entire internet. She even had B. She even had a backup of B.
I mean have you seen the inside of those AI pods? It is literally just like, it's like a miniature server room.
Yeah, I remember playing Peace Walker and having to crawl inside those things to like steal AI. So I'm gonna build my own Metal Gear one day. Yes.
And the cassette tapes.
And the cassette
Which,
tapes.
now that I'm thinking about it, given that it's the 23rd century or some bullshit, whatever, I don't fucking know.
I think it was 22nd
Why-
century.
Whatever. Why exactly does this company use the Peace Walker pods?
I don't know.
It's well, do you want a game design asset answer?
Well, it's
They
We
already
already
have the
know they were
asset.
being lazy bastards.
Yeah,
Well, I'm not saying they're being lazy.
They were
yes,
being
well,
lazy bastards. They used
Well-
the fucking Code Talker mansion area.
Well, but that's the thing though. This is supposedly sent back from the timeline of Metal Gear Solid 5. These guys were sent here from like 1980, so them having those pods makes perfect sense because it's right after Peace Walker. That shit would still be around. That's where the technology was. So that's
Yeah.
not, that being like the Karen Corps are from the exact timeline that you came from, like the exact time frame around the
Okay.
same time frame. So that makes perfect sense.
yeah. Also, Martin, you got ready up.
Oh, I thought I did.
I'm not making very good progress in the macarons Abrams.
Are you making? Wait, there's actual like stuff to research for it.
No, I'm grinding for XP, and I think I'm actually hitting the end of my rope here. So I think we may stop after this one because I think I'm done because it's I think I'm like it's getting to the point where it's like we started with the intention of the stream and we really didn't accomplish that. We just kind of dicked around and did some stuff, but I think I'm reaching the end of my rope here, and I think we can probably call it a night here because there's just
Alright.
we're like as it is entertaining. It's nice to it basically it is entertaining, to sit here and like talk shit and do whatever. But really, what we're doing here at this point is that I'm playing with you guys, and then I have 36 people that also have a line in on this voice chat channel as we play Armored Warfare. That's about it.
Yes.
So
And a recording of it for future generations to watch.
yeah, 4 hours, almost 5 hours of this. So yeah, we started with a
So-
good idea.
Yeah, it's I.
Things
Yeah,
fell
I
through.
really should have gotten that count ahead of time.
And Martin, I don't blame you. I saw what you were doing. I thought it was enough, and I thought it was be okay. But apparently, unless I yell at people, we don't get good results. But then again, it might have just been like just bad timing
quote
for a little
Patton,
everyone.
To quote Patton, no plan survives contact with the enemy.
Yeah,
Patton?
Yeah, if I recall, that was Patton.
Okay.
big week went all right. So we got one, and then we had this, and this was kind of a catastrophe.
Yeah, this is our market garden.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh well, we're gonna have that. But yeah, the I guess I have also Troops playing fucking Senran current fucking water sport. I'm gonna have a talk about him. I'm gonna have a stern talking to about him. With him.
Yes, a stern talking to. Meanwhile, you're just gonna ask him, "Hey, can I borrow that game?"
No, I'm gonna. It's like what, you're gonna drop everything you're gonna do. I'm gonna pay you your commission money, and you're gonna draw that TACOW picture already.
Among
Yeah.
other pictures.
Well, if I recall, some other people already beat you to it and bought up his commission time.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, wow.
So, because me and him were bullshitting about things, and he mentioned that at one point. I think. I don't quote me on it. I also don't want. I also already spoiled one thing with him once. I don't want to do it again.
Right. No secret. Wow, I actually penetrated. Shit. But okay, good. I'm getting I'm getting some of my artist friends some business.
That's a T-50.
What happened to Big Week 2 Electric Boogaloo? That's next year, Tazarin. That's next year.
Yeah. Except next year's probably going to be February. Actually, in February.
Yeah, actually in February. Actually on historical Big Week.
So what do we do on the anniversary of our Big Week then?
Nothing because
I have no idea.
Because now it's going to be a holiday for us.
Martin, we know what you're gonna do.
Drink.
Drink heavily.
Yes. Let's be honest here. You're asking it just.
So no, you see, at that point, it's just like the fucking opening the pinky in the brain. What are we gonna do tonight, Martin? The same thing we do every night, Katusha. Drink heavily.
All right, yeah, I think I think what I might do for that week is I might do something special. Whereas depending on from what I can see right now, what I do, depending on the options that I have in front of me, or the things that I can do right now, I think I might have a like at that point. Let's say it's January next year. All of a sudden, what I do, I'd probably say, okay, we're gonna have a special vote, and I'm gonna play whatever game that was voted on the entire week.
Oh, that's
I don't know which game it would be, but it'd probably be you know people's choice on that one.
Now, on the off chance that you actually finish it before the weekends, what happens?
I take a break and then continue planning for Big Week 2.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah. Like, Martin, to give you an idea for something, do you know how much planning goes into RTX every year?
Tezarin, I don't think I ever said that, cause
How much?
doing a big week every month, that's oh boy, that's
That's your main income now. Like, that is your.
Yeah, that was an idea. I remember being passed around, but like just a very short-lived idea.
I didn't like. I looked at it and it's like I could, but I would have no time to do anything else.
That would.
You would become 24/7 streamer.
Yeah, I would. That was I honestly I would consider doing that. However, I would just run out of ideas. I would run out of. I wouldn't have enough time to really put anything together. I wouldn't have time to think. I wouldn't have time to do anything else in my life. I see it. I'd understand that I'd probably make decent money off of it and grow pretty fast, but it's like can't do anything else.
Yeah.
Like down to the point of like shopping and eating and exercising and. It's killer, don't worry. We didn't actually revive Global Ops. Flatline, dead on the table.
We got the paddles out and they were unplugged.
Yeah. But oh well, we'll try some other time, I suppose.
I forgot how like comically fun this gun is.
Oh, the fucking 140.
The Yamato shot cannon.
Fire!
Exactly, yeah. Shouting Ute does in fact make the gun kill things harder.
666, nice. Oh, right into the fucking turret. How's that AI? Right into the turret ring at what? 700 meters? Right at 200, 300, 300.
It can't feel. It's a robot.
Well, I'm sticking it to it anyway. Fuckers.
Remember,
maybe
it's not murder if it's a robot.
Maybe I can reveal the concept of getting wrecked to the AI.
Maybe.
Don't you put the kibosh on the Kaiser. Europe took a stick and made him sore.
I'm starting to question why I carry AP shells on this thing.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you.
I have 22.
I might as well just use all heat.
Yeah.
I have 22 Sabo shells. I'm just looking at like why.
Yeah,
why did I bring this? I'm running out of heat memes.
If you're using the 140, yeah, heat memes all the way. If you're using the fast draw AP. And this thing, it's like I'm like this thing's kind of the opposite. The HE rounds are pathetic. Like they're only useful in like a very very certain circumstance. Just like
didn't you get what's his face like some HE dependent commander as a reward also for the Macross Abrams challenges? Or no?
Yeah, Joshua Seagrove. He's for tank destroyers, I think.
Is he?
But the thing with the HE is that it physically it doesn't have enough punch to actually really damage things, like even cause the damage rolls. It's like if I could martyr this guy, but half the shots that I'm shooting at him don't do anything. I can't even actually hit the engine deck of the Armada and actually cause damage. That's how pathetic they are.
Well, in all fairness, I think that's just because the Armada has a really weird engine deck. Because like I'm shooting it from one time I think actually no last mission I was shooting at it from above it, essentially like flat on because the AI tracked itself essentially on its side. I
got ya. Unleash the memes.
What's her face from Arpeggio? The one with the meme of all the missiles firing. Carnival.
Yes.
I don't remember the name.
I don't remember. Like our Arpeggio just kind of hit me and then left. I think I still have the anime on my hard drive. I was actually gonna watch it. Well, actually, I watched some of it, and then I just kind of stopped.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me you torrent anime, Goon?
No, of course not. Why would I torrent anime? I doubt. I have a Crunchyroll yearly pass, sir.
It's good. NKVD does not have to drag the premiere down to the
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, buy anime legally.
Yep, buy it legally. Go to your local FYE and find some.
Go to your local Blockbuster and buy anime Blu-rays.
Fuck you, Chris. It hurts that I can't go to FYE anymore and pick up some fucking random anime.
Yeah, I found some good ones there. That's how I found a Pote, actually. And that's, well, I knew about Pote, but that's how I found the DVD for it. And
also, I remember they had Quest for Iskandar there.
Here's the thing, though, Martin. Actually, Fonto, you may want to look into this also. I think it's like $20 or under used bookstores.
Mm-hmm.
Those are in Texas. Those are a godsend. Wanna know why?
Anime section?
Anime section. I got quite lit. I got Bubblegum Crisis, 2190, 2040 or something. Yeah, Tokyo 2040 Bubblegum Crisis.
That was a good one.
Yeah, for $20, and that's what was that, more like a 30 episode series or something?
24, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was your average length, but that was good, and that was the best $20 I spent on anime.
Right.
You know, Lord Inquisitor, you laugh now, but when you're fucking miss it. Me and driving up to For Your Entertainment. When me and Katusha were driving up so I could just settle Katusha up at his college, we stopped at a FYE in Horseheads.
It's the only FYE still open in New York.
Holy shit! How much shit did we go out? How much shit did we walk out of there with? I
spent $40 worth of it was all 1 and 2 really cheap under $5 movies. I spent $40.
Oh yeah, I think I spent a little less, and then I went to the GameStop across the highway and bought Valkyria Zero Revolution and regretted everything when I started playing it.
I suppose that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We're about done, and 27 viewers. Well, people are clocking off here, and I think it's time for me to go as well. Sorry we couldn't actually do what we wanted to, but oh well, sometimes the wind isn't blowing in the right direction. But, well, I'll see you again on Saturday. We're probably going to be playing Azur Lane. Probably going to continue grinding that game, and I may or may not have alcohol on hand. I'm actually out of alcohol. I actually don't need to go buy more alcohol.
Gives you an excuse to walk.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But we're gonna go play more Azur Lane. We're gonna play Boat Waifus, and on Sunday, we might go play more. Might go play more Boat Waifus, or we might actually go back and play Bomber Crew, because I remember I said I was gonna finish the. Well, you can't really finish Azur Lane, but you can get to the end of the content currently. The Bomber Crew you can actually finish. We need to get to the end of the war. We need to finish the war.
I still got to send you the file for the wing logo.
You sent me that, but I forget exactly.
I sent you a screenshot of it, I think.
Oh, right. That, and I gotta remember exactly where to put it. It's in app data roaming, right?
Yeah, something like that. I'll dig it up again.
Okay, but yeah, that'll be it for us tonight. Thank you all for coming. I have been your wonderful host, Fontomin, and I will see you again on the weekend at our regularly scheduled time. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
So long, Zaza!